Welcome back to Youth in 57 Minutes. My name is Eric on 102.7 CFRO Co-op Radio. That was Coast Field with Fluorescent Skies. We're going to hear with Dominic with our Youth of the Month. Who we got?
Thank you, Eric. We got Sukhi Sangha. He is a young entrepreneur, debater, and a philanthropist. And he has won many awards, such as Surrey's Top 25 Under 25 and the Young Entrepreneur Award of 2012. So, good evening, Sukhi Sangha. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me here, Dominic.
No problem. And so you won many awards. You graduated from Manawas Secondary in Surrey as a valedictorian. You were the vice president of student council. So you've been involved in many communities. Can you tell me what you've done that have pushed you to be the person that you are today?
For me, it was honestly more of being motivated. Ever since growing up in my family, I have 5 older sisters that have been very supportive. Both my mum and my dad have been very supportive, and so for me, I think it was more getting involved in the community, doing something different, and helping people out, and that's what I mostly enjoy doing.
Wow. And you mentioned you volunteered at the Surrey Memorial Hospital where you helped out patients, and you said you learned a lot of things from it. And what did you learn exactly?
Yes, I was actually in the emergency department of Surrey Memorial Hospital, and Surrey Memorial is the second busiest hospital in all of Canada. And so I learned a lot about myself in terms of growth and development. I learned a lot about patients, primarily how to take care of patients. I learned that there's so much stigma in the healthcare system.
What exactly is stigma?
Stigma is basically the negativity. It's basically like a stereotype that people have. So when people see patients lying, on the hospital bed, there's a lot of people that don't want to go near them because they think they might catch a disease or they might catch something from them. And I really wanted to eliminate that stereotype, and I learned so much about these patients, just communicating with them, talking to them. And a lot of these patients just actually wanted someone to speak with, and they just wanted, to be very comfortable and just to have someone to approach them. And so I learned a lot about the actual healthcare system in general from Surrey Memorial Hospital. The fact that a lot of Canadians are dying from a lot of diseases. The fact that a lot of Canadians are, eating unhealthy or not exercising enough. And I learned a lot about making better lifestyle choices.
And so from the stigma you mentioned, I guess you saw that a lot, and also when you were an ambassador for Kids Help Phone, you saw that kids were being bullied and you want to do something for it. How was your experience there as an ambassador? My
experience at Kids Help Phone was great, because the reason I chose Kids Help Phone was because it was something personal, something that I can relate to. Growing up in Scotland, I used to get bullied a lot there. Being an East Indian Sikh, being the only East Indian Sikh in my community, and a lot of the people used to kind of pick on me, the fact that I have a turban, and they didn't know what it was. So I used to get bullied a lot there. And then when I moved to Canada as a young child, I used to get bullied because of my accent, because I spoke different, or the fact that I was Scottish and I didn't speak the way Canadians speak. So for me, that was a really, really big motivation, and I thought, why not help the kids that are suffering from bullying? And I really believe that that bullying should be stopped, and that really affects the kids.
Wow. And so now you're going more into health, and you were very involved with your community. You have researched with your professor on cardiovascular disease, diabetes, obesity, and things like that. And you were also an intern for Built Environmental Study, how the environment affects people in rural areas. And how was that? And why do you want to be involved in working working in the health field?
Yeah, the experience for the research studies was phenomenal. I learned a lot, especially in the built environment study. I actually learned that the environment you live in, how that affects your health. And in particular, I learned a lot about minority groups such as Aboriginal. A lot of Aboriginals in Canada live in rural communities. So for me, I learned that whatever you're doing, wherever you live, that really impacts your health.
Wow, that is some fantastic information you have given me. we're going to be back with Sukhi Sangha. We're going to be developing more on how health affects people and why he does such a thing. And we'll be back.
Welcome back to Youth in 57 Minutes. That was Alas the Ocean with Where's the Ocean? Let's continue with our Youth of the Month. Dom?
Thank you, Eric. So we were just talking with Sukhi Sangha about his health and how, as an ambassador, he noticed that many kids were bullied and he wanted to do something for it. Now, when he was 19 years old in 2007, he first started his own business called the Sangha's Learning Center, where he would tutor kids and help them out. And so what was the reason why you started helping out kids and focusing on their studies?
Growing up, I was really involved in the books. You know, I was studying a lot, and I still am today. And so I thought to myself, why not use that knowledge and help educate other kids? And so far, Sangha's Learning Center has been very successful. We've taught numerous of kids, hundreds and hundreds of kids, to basically pursue their academic dreams. And so it's been phenomenal. Students are getting A+ grades. And overall, for me, that was a really big motivation to see kids overcome that struggle and to overcome, you know, those F's and C minuses and get those A+ that they deserve.
Wow. And you also mentioned that it's a very unique system where it focuses and accepts all sorts of students. Could you elaborate more on that?
Yes, our primary function for Sangha's Learning Center is that we focus, we tutor kids kindergarten to grade 12 in all subjects. But the one thing that makes our learning center the most unique is the fact that we have an on-call special needs assistant. And they help with students that have disabilities, mental disabilities like ADD, ADHD. And so for us, that's very unique. And there's a lot of kids, you know, in the community that have attention deficit disorder or ADHD and that need help. And that's one of those things that, you know, you can't tell just by looking at a child that they have a mental disability. It's something you get to know later on and that you want to help with.
Wow. And so this is a very personal one-on-one tutoring, which makes it very unique, especially with Kumon and Brainchild. All they focused are on a huge group. Yours is on an individual one-on-one training.
Yes, that's correct, Dominic. We've had a lot of students come from other learning centres come to us because they focus too much on quantity. They have too many kids in one table, and that's all they care about. And we focus more on one-on-one individual attention. We focus more on small group-based learning, and that's why our students are so successful, because we give them that individual attention that they need to succeed.
Wow. And this year, Sangha's Learning Center is changing up some stuff. This year, they are having a little fundraising program called Sangha's Learning Center Fundraiser. With each like on their Facebook page, it equals $1 to be donated for the BC Cancer Agency. And why are you starting this amazing program where this is supporting people with cancer?
For me, you know, cancer is actually the leading cause of death in Canada, and it has surpassed cardiovascular disease. And a lot of Canadians are affected by cancer, and 1 in 4 Canadians are actually dying from cancer. So to me, it was very personal, it was very touching. But most importantly, there still is no cure for cancer. And so I thought, why not do something so simple where, you know, there's no event or function that 1 like equals $1. And so far, it's been very successful.
Wow. So everyone check out their Sangha's Learning Center Facebook, facebook.com/SLC11. Each dollar equals 1 like, and Sukhi Sangha is trying to raise to meet the goal of $1,000. And there also is a video called It Can Be You. Check that out on video on YouTube. And what message would you like to give to the whole general audience?
My message that I would like to give to the youth is to always surround yourself with good people. Always surround yourself with like-minded individuals that are positive, that really want to make a difference in the community, and that really want to be successful. And I think when you surround yourself with good people, automatically you learn a lot from them, and you become a better person naturally.
Wow, that is a very, very positive message. And ladies and gentlemen, that was Sukhi Sangha.